Welcome to our podcast. We've been thinking on Sunday about oceans, and today we're thinking about oceans as well, as you can hear and see around us. I was down here for 5 years with my wife Jo as a minister at Neil Durling Baptist Church in Bexhill-on-Sea. I absolutely loved the place, and one of my regrets is not coming to the ocean, to the beach enough. I used to come down here when we were here, and I would walk along here to pray. I think it's really important to have a physical place where we can spiritually pray. It kind of switches us on, I think, as human beings, that you think, actually, I'm in this place because I pray here. Maybe you're physically limited in some way at the moment, then find a piece of furniture in your house or your flat that is your pray place, maybe a couch or a chair or a bedroom. I know of one guy who said, I pray on the toilet. He had 2 teenage boys. He said, because I know they never disturb me in there. But this was my place where I would come and pray on the beach, looking out at the ocean. Psalm 33 says, God gathers the oceans together. There's kind of this powerful image of God's huge arms sweeping in and gathering up the oceans. You know, like sometimes you gather up some water in your hands and you feel really powerful as it floods out. Well, God does that with the oceans. That's the God we pray to, the God that we pray with. There was one time when I came down here to pray and I got really honest. Not that I don't think dishonest when I pray, but sometimes we fake it with God, don't we? Which is really a dumb thing to do, because God knows what we think before we even know it anyway. But there was one time I came down here, and I want to show you the exact spot where I was when I prayed that prayer. It's just over there. This is the spot! Well, just a bit over there actually, but I'm not going there. It's as windy as anything. And I came down here one day praying, and I'd been here at the church for a year, maybe something like that. I was the assistant minister. I was working with a brilliant guy called Neil Durling in his 60s. I was in my mid-20s. And I got to the point where I just thought, God, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if what I'm doing is actually making any eternal significant difference for you. And I don't just want to blag it for the next 40 years and hope that something good happens through my endurance. And I stood here and I said, God, I need you. I need you to help me, and I need you to guide me, and I need your strength within me, because without you I am stuffed. And I remember that I was just felt so alone at this point, out here, just completely away from everyone and everything, and I just sensed God was with me. Jo and I, by God's grace, had 5 brilliant years down here, and I wonder if it would have been that great if I hadn't have got honest with God in the ocean, the place where I pray with God regularly when I was here. Friends, can I encourage you? Find a place to pray. It might not be the ocean, but it's a good place. Look at the vast expanse of the horizon. Find a place, and when you're there, be honest with God. What are you struggling with at the moment? Because God can handle it. He doesn't need polite prayers. He wants passionate, real prayers. That doesn't mean you have to shout at God. It doesn't mean you have to cry and scream and weep at God, although you can. It just means we need to be honest with God. Please, friends, let's do that. The God, as Psalm 33 says, who gathers the oceans up, that God listens to and indeed answers in his own way our prayers. Stay safe.